dropping that knowledge on you.
I did not make this shit up.
With Kev Nash.
Oh, Hercules.
DJ Killer Kev.
Oh, snap.
You can't make that shit up.
The Inside. Real deal, straight up.
Are you crazy?
Hottest stories from the world of hip-hop.
This is Ludacris.
It's the big boss, Rick Ross.
What up? It's your boy Young Jeezy. This is 50 Cent.
Sports.
Some of those dunks were the most incredible dunks I've ever seen.
And what's popping in the DYT.
I couldn't make this shit up. I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. I'm sad that I lack the talent to make this shit up.
Here's Kev Nash, DJ Killer Kev, and A Dizzle.
You Can't Make This Up podcast, Kev Nash. I can hear.
DJ Killer Kev, I had to count down.
Hey, Dizzle.
A1 production, boys. A1. So much to get into. Shouts out to YouTube. Shouts out to Facebook. Shouts out to Twitch. Shouts out to Apple. Shouts out to Spotify. Shouts out to everybody always tapping into the pod. We appreciate it. Got so much to get into this week. It's an early Sunday morning. Fellas, how was the week?
Shit was real cool, man. Real chill. First of all, shout outs to us for sticking with the Sunday morning schedule. I feel like we've been on point the last few weeks. You know what I'm saying? On time.
Yeah. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Shit been cool, man. Just sticking to the weights, man. I've been in the gym pretty consistent with my weight gain. I'm hitting 215. I checked the scale the other day. I was 219, but it's a good weight gain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This time last year, I was probably like 185. So, you know,
this is the number you were trying to get to.
This is the number. Yeah.
Oh, man.
The biggest I've ever been in my life, and I'm happy with it. I got a doctor's appointment, though, coming up. So I do want to make sure everything that I've been doing, you know, everything is still copacetic. Don't want to have no high blood pressure, nothing crazy, too much sugar intake. Like, you know, got to check yourself out. And it's been a few years since I've been to the doctor, so definitely need it. Nothing much, though, man. Just been back to the Grizzy. Had a DJ gig the other day, man. Pretty dope event. It's always cool when you not the only black one at the party, man. Every time I go to these events in the sticks, I text my wife location. I'm like, yo, here I am. I'm supposed to be here till this time. If I ain't back by this time, something went wrong. But
send the dogs.
Yeah. You know, good turnout. Wide variety of music. The wife was she's Latina, white groom, and a good amount of black folks in that mug. So I was country, some Bad Bunny, a lot of Bad Bunny. Then I was able to just everything in between, man. So
dope.
Pretty dope wedding. Other than that, man, just been working. It's been working. Sticking to the grind. Nothing crazy happened this week. I don't think so. But yeah, pretty solid week.
Dope. As for your boy, pretty busy, pretty up and down week. Has some amazing highs and lows as usual. We'll start off with some highs. So Monday, wake up. Like, man, I gotta get this VA shit rolling. Gotta, get what I need done for these upcoming appointments. And I'm working through shit. I get a text, hey, can you DJ tomorrow at the club for Taco Tuesday? And I'm like, your boy ain't working? Yes, I can. Like, I can't say no to nothing. So hadn't been in the clubs in a second. Shouts to my fellas, man. They check into the pod, Bud, Cousin D, Sony, Rayshawn, man, all my bros pulled up. They beat me there. They parking lot pimping like it's the early 2000s.
Yay!
And as soon as I get there, they help me carry all my shit in, help me set up. They stick around for 85% of the night. So I appreciate my brothers for pulling up with me, making everything comfortable. So I did that Monday, or did that Tuesday. Also on Monday, as I'm preparing for the Tuesday gig, I get a phone call from a previous wedding that I did. The maid of honor from that wedding I went to school with. She has a friend up in Michigan who's DJ just abandoning them for their upcoming wedding in July. So I had to quote them a price, included travel, hotel stay. It was a ticket because she wanted like 7 hours of music. So I quoted them a price that I felt was fair for me and sent it to her. Wake up the next day, whole wedding paid in full. So for a nigga that's not working, I'm like, hey, thank you in March. I'm gonna hate you in July, but thank you in March. So got that got that big unexpected check for the week. Also booked a 80th birthday party for a family that I know from childhood sports. Booked that this week, so a lot of I don't know where it came from. Money came this week, so I thank God for that because that was much needed on these bills. Also, my oldest is wrapping up senior year. She only got like, man, the graduation is May 15th, so that's gonna be here before I know it. But she has wrapping up color guard. She had their like color guard last blast where they perform. The little kids, the junior high kids, the high school kids perform their shows. So me and my family went and did that this week. And then finally, Dizzle, like much like yourself, I DJ'd out in the sticks yesterday. Your boy was out in Yellow Springs. I had a DJ at Young's Dairy.
Hey.
So I've been to Young's Dairy multiple times. I never knew they even had an event center. I've never been past where everybody else go. I just Young's Dairy. So right next to Young's Dairy is the Young's Dairy Event Center. So shouts to a high school classmate of mine, Chief Master Sergeant Keisha Williams, retired from the Air Force, 25 years of service. It was dope to be with her family. All Black people out in Yellow Springs having a good time, 70s, 80s, 90s. So that was a vibe. Good food, just a whole good event last night. So did that last night. Wife came out with me. So full week, man. And then moving on to next week, I got another gig coming up next weekend. Golf season got to get going. And all that to say, your boy went to the ER this week. So talking about the lows, my shoulder throughout this whole week has been just nagging me. I did nothing out of the ordinary. Called the VA because I'm in the VA system now, like as far as the program. So I'm trying to do right, make sure I'm just, doing what I need to do to get through this program. So I called a VA, trying to make an appointment for my shoulder. Because it was shoulder, chest, and neck, I said that chest word. The nurse put in my records, you have to go to the ER. So I had to go to the ER on a Thursday, spent about 3 hours in there getting all the blood work, getting x-rays, got a shoulder brace that I wear, gave me some medicine, but it's feeling better. I think it's just a bad spasm, nothing crazy. I've been doing at least 50 to 100 push-ups for about a month now, so it wasn't like I was in that sore phase. I was kind of past that, just trying to still, work out and do some shit, but shoulder is getting better. So had a full week for sure.
Definitely. Hey, man, I will say, man, you are hot with the gigs, man. Hot with the money. I mean, you had that situation with FanDuel. You know what I'm saying? One of your favorite moms hit big at the casino. You got these last minute gigs. Sound like you need to play the Powerball, bro.
I did that too this week. I did. Didn't win, but I played. I was saying the same thing. I'm like, man, I'm about to just I'm gonna put $15, $20, get a couple tickets for the week and see what happens. So
absolutely, you should keep on doing it, bro. You hot right now.
Hell yeah!
As for your boy,
I thought you hit. I thought you hit.
I'm about to be like, we going.
Oh my gosh, man. Debacle of debacles. It was bad. It was bad all week. It was shitty. It was horrible. I don't even know what else to say, bro. Long story short, because it's a long story. Long story short, struck out on the city pre-sale, struck out on the 1 o'clock pre-sale for Live Nation, struck out on access for everybody. Basically. Then they added the last minute show for the Sunday, struck out on those. Actually saw some, but I was like, shit, our hotel is already booked for, Friday, and we fly out on Sunday. I should have bought the tickets and then tried to resell them. So basically, all I've been doing multiple times a day is going to StubHub and Ticketmaster, seeing if I can finesse something. I've upped what I'm willing to pay to go to this concert, because this is kind of like once in a lifetime type of concert. I mean, it's Jay-Z at Yankee Stadium, 25th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, 30th anniversary of The Blueprint. I mean, shit is legendary. So I've upped the cost I'm willing to pay. I have not found any tickets in that price range yet, but it's only been a couple days. We still got time. Hotel's still booked. We still good. I still got points to pay for flights if necessary. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to do my Zen shit. And hopefully the prices kind of meet me somewhere in the
Let's
middle.
see. You said StubHub. I'm about to go there and see what they're hitting for, man.
Friday night. Go for it.
Do you know anyone that got tickets? So that makes it worse.
They got it for retail too. They got access to the city joint. They on the floor. Shayla is one of her best friends. She hit, and her and her husband, they stay in Maryland, so they driving up. And I was like, yeah, that's hella convenient for them. We ain't no driving from Dayton to Manhattan. That's a 9-hour drive that I'm not gonna do.
Right.
That I can't
I have a high school friend that like Jay-Z is number one. Every party I've ever done throughout my 20 years of DJing, if she's in the building, she requests a Jay-Z song. Like she's a true Jay-Z fan. So like she was like not taking a no for an answer, like same thing, and like somehow got him, and like don't know how she got him. But
and you're not trying to go to the Roots picnic, you trying to just hit the Yankee Stadium joint.
I'm trying to hit the Yankee Stadium joint. I ain't built for the festival life. If I do a festival, it had to be something smaller scale first and then work my way up. I can't just go diving into the Roots Festival. I can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, just throw it on the credit card, man. YOLO. YOLO.
Yeah,
I got
man.
a house, nigga. I got a house, I got a wife, nigga. What the hell?
YOLO.
I got other concerts I'm trying to go to. Like, it's YOLO on a budget though. We got to remain on budget. The budget remains. The budget has went up though. I was like, all right, fine. We can up it, crank it up a couple more dollars.
I would liken this to Kendrick's Pop Out. That was a once in a lifetime situation that I could have threw on a credit card and it would have been a lifetime memory. That's all I'm saying.
Nigga, but you was here. You didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I should have. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking from a position of I should have did it.
At least it's in this time zone too.
Funniest shit I see was like, I got an interview at Yankee Stadium next Monday. I'd be goddamn, I missed this shit. Like somebody trying to just get in the building. Yeah.
Definitely. That was my week dealing with Jay-Z, but then obviously the weather's been so up and down. Sunday, after the pod, we were talking about, me and the wife went to the basketball court, threw up some bricks. I actually did our challenge, the 10 free throw challenge. I was consistently making 7 free throws, so that had been $7 million for me, 3 years in jail. I would take that, by the way. Also, and then Monday, it was 85 on Sunday, and then the weather cratered and went down to 40 on Monday, and it was in the mid 40s most of the week. And then on Thursday, it cranked back up to 80 degrees. So I'm at work, and the wife is hitting me up and says, yo, I'm getting off work early. What you trying to do? And I'm like, shit, what you trying to do? It's like, let's go to the Natty for opening day. I was like, fuck it, let's roll. Kev, we got to meet real quick. This meeting lasted from 2:30 until like 5 o'clock.
Damn.
And all I'm thinking about is like, damn, there goes that. Wife calling me in the meeting. Hit her on the text on the side, stuck in the meeting. Finally get off work, call her. She was like, no Cincinnati? I'm like, nah, G, I'm to the crib. We to the crib. Weather's still nice though. So I get to the crib. decompress for a hot second. We go down to Penn's downtown. We hit up Mikey's, get a slice or whatever. And all by the while, we on social media checking out everything that happened in Cincinnati during opening day. I mean, the whites was fighting, the niggas was fighting, everybody was fighting. And then it dawned on us that the New Edition, Tony Braxton Boys the Men show was also that same night. So I thank goodness for that meeting now. Because if we'd have tried to get in that traffic, Killer, you saw that traffic we had to deal with when we went to go see Brandy and Monica. You throw New Edition, Boys the Men,
and the Reds.
And the Reds opening day with 80-degree weather. Oh, nigga, we have been stuck in Sharonville for hours, bro.
Yeah, so, that would have been ugly.
Have y'all been to opening day before?
I've been to opening day, but didn't stay for like festivities. We went down there one year, me and Justin, and did a show on the mezzanine area, like leading up to opening day, but I didn't stay. I stayed till probably like about noon, saw the parade, and then I was like, all right, I'm out. Yeah, I ain't no Reds fan, nigga. I'm
gone. In my teens, huge baseball player and fan, I went to opening day game with the family. Back then it wasn't nothing like this. I mean, it was still a thing, but it wasn't like this is like that 8 o'clock we party and until 8 a.m. the next day. So I just kind of went to the game, enjoy, the eatings and shopping type thing. So
yeah, we was gonna go too, but I ended up having to work and just wasn't trying to pull up on the late night tip. But yeah, I've seen a lot of the footage. I know some folks had a good time, but yeah, it was definitely a lot of little fights here and there that I seen. I know that they deployed the whole police district and had them in the riot gear, all that shit. So yeah, it was.
Man,
I'm not mad I missed.
Yeah, yeah, they can have that, bro. And then, to be perfectly honest, it make you think about upcoming concerts down there, like the Ari Lennox joint. Because I mean, shoot, Mariah the Scientist was down there last month, and there was a fight at the Mariah the Scientist show. It's the R&B show, and niggas are scrapping. Then obviously with Cincinnati Music Festival in July, it's like, wait a minute, man, like. Are we about to have to start canceling going to these quote unquote grown-up events because, you know what I'm saying, niggas can't control themselves? I don't know. Because the one thing I don't like is if you just look on certain social media pages, they showing the fights or whatever, and they showing, the black folk. But shoot, they was getting it in early at the Holy Grail. They was getting it in at like 9 a.m. Like, nigga, if you that shit-faced drunk off some Bud Lights by 9 a.m., you a wild boy.
Exactly. Exactly.
You a wild boy. You definitely a wild boy, man. But shit, man, we got a lot of other topics to get into. Killer was popping in the world of sports.
Man, NBA talk is where we always start. NBA 3 concept is substantially reformed the draft lottery. They got this in place to curb tanking ahead of the owners' vote in May. Some of the concepts are to include, number 1, expand the lottery to 18 teams. So the bottom 10 non-play-in teams plus 8 play-in. Bottom 10 get equal 8% odds to move up. Rest of the odds split descending among play-in teams. So that's concept number 1. Number 2, lottery for 22 teams. Instead of 18, it's 22 teams. Bottom 10 plus 8 play-in plus 4 first-round losers. Uses 2 season records with minimum win floor. So the bottom minimum win. 20 wins a season to normalize and deter tanking. Number 3, and the final. 5x5 for 18 teams. So this one is bottom 5.
5 for 5?
Right. Bottom 5 equal odds for the top 5 picks. Second lottery for the remaining 13, with bottom 5 protected from falling below 10th. So at least the bottom 5 will be protected. So a lot going on, man. A lot of changes they're trying to come up with. What's your thoughts on this whole thing? I think NBA is trying. I think they're trying, but it's I don't want this to turn into an already sport that doesn't get the praise it should for being a good, professional sport. It's one of the bottom, probably watched professional sports out there. Um, I think they're trying, but I think that I don't want this to be oversaturated with just YMCA athletes. If you get what I'm saying, like I want this to be a great league with great players, not just like I know some niggas that can play in this league too, but they don't because they not that level. So I don't want it to become that. I want it to be an elite place to play basketball. So, what's your thoughts?
A lot. It's a lot, man. I don't know what's the solution, but from these options, I would say the first one sounds like the best. Simple enough, level out the odds. The bottom, what's it say? The bottom 10 non-playing teams, they all get the same 8%. So whether you the last place or the 10th from last, y'all get the same odds on getting that first pick. So that helps because if you close to the play-in, you know what I'm saying, you ultimately want to make the playoffs. You're going to try your hardest to make the playoffs. And if by chance you don't, you still got a chance to get a decent pick. So it would be in their best interest to try to go for it. Teams like the Utah Jazz that weren't horrible this year until they started tanking. Like they got a roster to be able to compete at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Teams like the Pelicans that ain't in it, I think I like what they're doing. They're playing their players. Zion's been playing. He's known to have injuries. They're been out of the playoffs, but he's still playing. DeJounte Murray done came back and made them competitive. They're winning games. So you got to give them some credit because, they're not taking the easy way out. They're not tanking. They're not resting like the Hawks. Let's say Anthony Davis is healthy enough. He's played this year. Trae Young has played a little bit here and there. They should be able to compete a little bit, man. So I think just leveling out the odds for all the non-play-in teams should help. Easy solution.
I think the biggest problem with all this stuff is, and why you have such a convoluted system that you're trying to put in place, is because you have a lot of brainiacs involved. So you have to create these loopholes because the brainiacs are always going to find the other loophole. It can never be as simple as the worst team gets the first pick because these brainiacs have made a way like, all right, if we do X, Y, and Z, this will happen and all that type of stuff, which is perfectly fine. That's their job. But when we have rules that have to get, pushed through the league, we always have to remember there's 30 teams in the league, soon to be 32, 33 teams. 22 of the owners have to vote on these rules, and 22 of them have to say, yes, that's what we want the new rule to be. A lot of these teams are not going to vote for things that are not in their quote unquote best interest. And most teams in the NBA are these Utahs, and shouts out to my Cleveland Cavaliers, but they are the Cleveland Cavaliers. Most teams are in, not in New York or LA. Those teams have big media markets, and they're not going to go for the bullshit. They're just not. So you have a fight against the haves and the have-nots all the time. And in this sport, it's always going to be that way. So there's never going to be like the commissioner just be a dictator and saying, this is the new rule. This is not UFC where Dana White makes the rules. This is a situation where these billionaires have to vote upon something for a rule to pass. Y'all know how I get down. I'm a fan of relegation. I think the NBA, what would be best for the NBA is to take up a soccer model. Hey, man, if you make the NBA, if you make the playoffs over X amount of seasons, you are a part of the NBA. If you do not make the playoffs over a certain stretch, you are an NBA G. You still play NBA teams, but you are not a part of the league. Niggas do not want to be on the outside. Niggas want to be on the inside. That's what makes VIP special.
Right.
VIP over here, this for the real ballers. We all been
demote them to the G League.
Yeah.
General mission
mission team. Yeah, you in the same place, but you not in this place. We all been to the hoop court before. We know what a quote unquote real run is, and this is the secondary run. Oh man, you've been dominating the secondary run. You get over onto the real run, you want it done. You want it done. You want it. Yeah. So, hey, make it like that, man. we have to get to a point where we bring in the essence of basketball back. And part of the essence of basketball is real competition and getting niggas embarrassed and making niggas feel bad about themselves for losing. Like, niggas don't care if they lose. The only time niggas care if they lose is if they lose and they are favored in the playoffs or they lose in the finals. Nowadays, niggas lose if they don't care. They just don't care. Because guess what? They already got paid. I got paid. Like a player like Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is already a top 75 player of all time. Made millions and millions of dollars. Olympic champion. College champion. Like, he good. Like, his legacy is set. Nobody's ever going to say, like, oh, man, he's better than Tim Duncan or Elijah Wan or Shaq or anything like that. But shit, hey, top 75, good enough. I'd have made
he on his John Wall
whatever.
shit.
Yeah, man, you got to make niggas feel bad about themselves for them to play hard. That's the way, man. I'm telling you, man. That is the way. Make that shit like pick up basketball. The real ball is on court left. The niggas on court right. That's how I got to go, man. That's how I got to go. It'll never get pushed through.
They got to feel that from top to the bottom, not just the players, but the ownership got to feel that shit too. Like, we not there yet, we got to get there. So that's all.
Yeah, it's a lot of egos involved. It's not only from the player standpoint, it's also from the ownership standpoint. Like, them niggas got egos too. Like, wait, we NBA G. The hell is NBA G?
Exactly.
Relegate these niggas, man. Make them feel bad about themselves.
Yeah. So we'll see what the NBA does, man. A lot of decisions to make, but hopefully the proper people are making them. Let's move on with Pat Bev, man. Pat Bev doing a lot of talking, man. A lot of talking about Dame, man. You got any clips for us, Dizzle?
Sure do, man. Let's start with
let's see what Pat Bev talk about Dame. Let's see what he talking about.
Hell no. Like I love Dame. I love Dame. I promise you, I love Dame. There's no ill will, no beef with Dame at all. But like, how we gonna say no to D Rose getting MVP and say yes to Dame Lillard? You know what I'm saying? So like you feel me? Like, if he get a chip for sure, scoring a lot of points on, like, you feel me, okay teams. You feel me? Like, I don't think that gets you into Hall of Fame. Like,
so he's talking about, he thinks that Dame Lillard is not a Hall of Fame caliber player. What's your thoughts on that? Let's start there. Is Dame Lillard a Hall of Fame player?
Kev, you want to go? This is your guy.
Yeah. Huge Dame fan. Dame's one of my favorite players of all time. So, based off the current criteria for a for a basketball Hall of Famer, that's what we always have to remember. It's the basketball Hall of Fame. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the basketball Hall of Fame. Absolutely, he is. I mean, he's a top 75 player of all time, according to people that voted on it. Multiple time All-Star, gold medalist. So, according to that,
is he a gold medalist? He gold medalist in what?
The Olympics, the COVID Olympics.
Okay. I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
You were still outside, did you? You still living in the Oregon district.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's accomplished those things. To defend what Pat Bev is saying or understand what he's saying, like, we got to make this more about championships and winning and things of that nature. I could understand that. And I definitely understand the point of scoring a whole bunch of points for teams that are top 5, 6 seeds. Like, what is it actually producing? Do all these half-court threes actually produce winning? That is a legit question. It is a legit question. But based off what we know of the Basketball Hall of Fame, yes, he is.
Yeah. I would just add to that, we have players that have graced the NBA Hall of Fame that don't have championships, that score a lot of points, that we would not dare take off of that list. So that is still even though you might not have the championships, you might not have the deep playoff runs that you think you need to have that many to make, but Dame still got Portland there, still got Milwaukee there, still been an important person on the team. Karl Malone, Stockton, Barkley, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing all don't have rings.
Right.
All score a lot of points, and all are in the Hall of Fame. So that's all I would add to that.
Initially, I'm thinking Dame's not a Hall of Fame type of player, but I'm going down his accolades. We talking 7-time All NBA, 9-time All Star. I forgot the gold medalist, so we got to include that. And this is all beyond just scoring points. You know, you got to be the top of the top to be All NBA 7 different times.
Do you know that this All NBA, is it like high school where it's like first, second, third, honorable
Yeah.
mention?
Yeah, it's first, second, and third teams. Yeah.
So it's five per each?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
And D Rose, he had a good 3-year run. Other than that, I mean, his career was riddled with injuries, unfortunately. So that MVP was a good year. Other than that, he didn't do nothing. Did he do anything in Olympic play? Okay, he got FIBA gold medals. FIBA, you count those?
Yeah, for sure. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But just like you said, man, injuries are a part of the game, and you actually have to produce on the court. Like, you can't just say, like, oh, man, if he didn't get hurt, he would have did that. Well, we could say that about Sam Booya or Greg Oden. Like, man, if he ain't get hurt, he would have did this, so put him in the Hall of Fame. Well, no, you actually have to get on the court and produce when you're there.
So we got another clip. Yeah. So what's the second clip we got here with D Wade? Let's see what D Wade talking about.
If James Harden gets a ring, it's without a doubt. It's still without a doubt to me. It's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and James Harden. But conferences matter. Obviously, you know, D Wade played in the Eastern Conference. No downplay from the Eastern Conference, but everyone knows the Western Conference has been one of the toughest conferences for the last, 2 decades, right? So, like, everyone knows that. So, if he does get a ring, I think that closes the door on all the extra argument of who's top 3.
So, Pat Bev moved on from Dame to D Wade.
So he's saying basically he's picking James over D Wade is what it boils down to. He's saying it's Jordan, Kobe, then James Harden as top shooting guards. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking D Wade would be right after James Harden. He didn't say anybody else. So who y'all pick?
Me personally, I'm going D Wade. Personally, even though it's here and it's present and it's in our faces, I have never been a fan of the way basketball transitions when James Harden was able to take a 4-foot step away from the defender and put the shot up. Like, that shit to me would have got me a scholarship somewhere, because I could at least had the room to shoot. I just couldn't jump over nobody to shoot, but I would have had the space. So that kind of basketball has led us to where we are now. I'm not saying that he ain't great. I'm not saying his move is even illegal. I'm just saying he does it in a way that I can almost tolerate. But everybody else, that should be traveling like a motherfucker. And it's just something that I just in my head got. So I think D Wade was a much more valuable shooting guard overall. So
get back to me after the Cleveland Cavaliers season's in. Because if we hoisted one of them things, I'm gonna say James Harden.
Yeah.
Currently constructed as D Wade, and to be perfectly honest, I take D Wade by a mile. D Wade is a far better defensive player. No, D Wade wasn't a knockdown 3-point shooter, but he could hit the 3. And let's not forget, D Wade was the MVP of the finals, and also won rings. The biggest thing that I would say, part of these Pat Bev clips, is he picks and chooses. So winning rings for Dame is a ding, but winning rings with D Wade, well, that's a team accomplishment. Well, wait a minute, which is it? Which is it? D Wade has won three rings, if I could talk, and that's part of his legacy. That's what makes him a great player. Well, that's a team accomplishment. Well, Dame didn't have the teammates that these other guys have had. So why are you banking on him, saying he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because he ain't got no rings? Like, that's crazy talk. So for me, it's D Wade by a mile, to be perfectly honest. Yes, James Harden is a great player. He's awesome to watch. But I personally am a person that says, hey man, stats are awesome. That's great. That tells a part of the story. But I really don't know anybody out there that would take James Harden over D Wade. Like, anybody.
Yeah.
And I don't know Pat Bev, so he doesn't count.
Right.
Yeah, I won't even waste too much of my breath because you pretty much hit the nail on the head. He's picking and choosing. You know, you're talking about Dame doing a lot of scoring, but that's about it. James Harden definitely top with assists as well, but
Yeah.
he don't got the playoff performances that D Wade does. He definitely is not even a lick of what D Wade was on defense. So
Right.
yeah, man, D Wade all the way for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like a lot of D Wade could have put up a lot more points if obviously he wasn't playing with LeBron James or Chris Bosh. Like he could have. I mean, there was that stretch where it was him and LeBron neck and neck for scoring championships. You know what I'm saying? Like he was putting up crazy numbers off of twos, not a whole bunch of threes, off a lot of and ones. And to bang on D Wade for quote unquote being a good teammate and taking a secondary role is crazy. Like that's what you want out of your superstar. That's what you will want out of your leader. That's what you will want out of a teammate. Hey man, to have self-reflection and say, hey man, this person is better than me. I'll take the secondary role for the betterment of the team. You got to give D Wade his props.
Yeah. And then we got one more Pat Bev clip. Let's see what he's talking about with Russ.
I love you to death. I love you to death. But to me, he's the second greatest point guard to ever play. You got to put Steph in front of him, obviously, because of his skill of shooting ability and his championships run. So and that's the only reason, Russ. That's the only reason, right? Because of chips. So that's the only reason.
Ah, man, take this nigga mic away, bro. Oh no, man.
Fuck that. Get this nigga on the pod.
He not lying. He not lying, but I just don't like his reasonings to just be here and there, like left and right. He not really consistent with his logic. Russ is top 5 point guard. I don't even know if I put him at 2 because let's not forget about Chris Paul. I don't know, a lot of folks ain't fans of Chris Paul, but Steph is definitely, I would say, top. We're just gonna forget about Magic. You getting Russ
Zeke
the nod over Magic.
Zeke don't get no love.
Isaiah Thomas, yeah, I'm saying like he just gave Russ the second spot without no other considerations. Kind of wild.
Yeah, man. So this is where I differ for a lot of folks. I don't think Steph Curry is a point guard. I think Steph Curry is a shooting guard, and for my money, Steph Curry is the 3rd best shooting guard of all time, with D Wade coming in at 4. But that's a story for another day. Yes, it's Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time, and I'm not mad at Russ being in the conversation because Russ is amazing. He's amazing. But when yeah, for sure. And being top 5 nowadays is looked at as like, oh man, you're only top 5. You're not top 2. It's crazy. So I'm not necessarily mad at it, but like it's Magic Johnson, man. It's Magic Johnson, and I'll say this, and I know, my brother get mad, my OG Kales will get mad. We're gonna talk about him during another segment. Freaking Big Hunt gonna get mad. My uncle would get mad. I personally think that Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time because I don't think that James Worthy was a great basketball player. I don't think AC Green was a good basketball player. I think them niggas was filling the lanes, running down there, and Magic Johnson was hitting these niggas off with some dimes, and they was finishing at the rim. That's just how I feel. I could be totally wrong, but Magic Johnson is fucking amazing, and I think he's the best point guard of all time, hands down. I think Magic Johnson is the 3rd best basketball player of all time. That's just me.
Nah, yeah, Russ is up there. Russ had some great years. The Trip Dub year, of course, and all the OKC. I mean, he had some good years, but overall, like there's players that, like, I know I'm gonna sound like an old head, but there's players like Oscar Robertson that would be in that conversation as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just to put 1 and 2 like that, like, and I agree with you with Steph. Steph got the handle. Steph can wiggle with the best, but that motherfucker changed the game. He gonna be remembered. They're not gonna show him wiggling through the lane. They're gonna show him shooting all these threes.
Question: does since Russ continues to play, he's been on the Wizards, he's the Kings, he's gonna probably be with another team next season. Does his longevity hurt his standing in his career? Because like we look at LeBron and like look at how he's playing, and his longevity is like, man, look, he's still doing this at 41 years old, year 22 or whatever. But like Russ, he's still putting up good numbers, but like he's bouncing around from team to team. He can't find teams until, October until he signs on with a team. Do you think that's hurting his legacy?
Nah, I don't think so. I think early on in the league's existence, you had a lot of players that stick around, did the whole tours. It wasn't as common to be on 12 different teams throughout your career. But I think as the league grows, the league expands. I think those will be viewed as less of a negative mark. I think it's just a matter of you've been hooping since you was 20 whatever and you 30 whatever. Like God bless you. So I look at it more like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's 30, 36, 37, still putting up quality numbers. He had a good season last year with the Nuggets and would likely help them this year if he was on their team. So,
yes.
Nah, man, the longer, I feel like the longevity piece of it, you still contributing, man. Keep going.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm not sure if we got NFL news. I don't think we have too much NFL news to talk about. So we're going to move on to March Madness. March Madness been going crazy. How's the brackets looking, fellas? Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah, trash. I'm like 22 minutes.
Arizona. Let's go, Arizona. They was down 8 at halftime. They won last night. We still alive.
Yeah.
Sooner Michigan loses, the better for me. Trying to win this money at work.
I had Houston winning one bracket, and I have Duke winning another bracket. But other than that, both brackets is trash.
Yeah.
How many brackets you fill out?
Just 2. I don't do too many of them. You just start doing 10 of them. It's like, all right, you just picking and choosing.
Right.
You got 1 or 2 brackets, man.
I used to be a multiple bracket guy until that reason came up. Like I would get confused in my head about which one, and I would be thinking I'm winning, and then I would go check, and then like, oh no, that's the other bracket. That's the no money bracket. Fuck. So now I'm a 1 bracket guy. Shouts out to RGP. Boo that man. He convinced me to do 1 bracket.
Yeah, I was the same way. I think this year I did 2 brackets, and I got an email where you could like, is your racket brewing? Do you want to hop in the Sweet 16 bracket? I did one of those for the first time ever. Like did a bracket from the Sweet 16 moving forward. So both of those was shit, but I have been enjoying the basketball. Some great games last night, both men and women's. I know we got killer bets coming up too, but I've been saucing this stuff up. I combined it golf, women's and men's, and a little NBA to a bet yesterday. $2 bet won $58, so I couldn't be mad. It was little picks. Like today we'll just hop into killer bets, man. Brought to you by Shy Smoke, Cushion the Morning Everywhere. We're gonna combine this. So I'm gonna open my phone. We're gonna do this live. So my bet for today is gonna include golf, basketball, both men and women's, college, and NBA. So we're going to start with golf. Right. Gary Woodland has been winning all week. He's been the leader of each round. He's got a 1-shot lead. There's 2 golfers that are close, and then there's about a 5-stroke difference between the rest of the field. So it should be a 2-man race to the finish. So I got Gary Woodland as the winner. Then we move over to women's college basketball. We have a great 2 games today. UConn and Notre Dame face off at 1:00 today. I kept looking at this spread and thinking Notre Dame ain't losing by no damn 28. So I did a little research. They played in the season. UConn beat the motherfuckers by 40. So I think we okay with the UConn minus 27.5. Then we got UCLA and Duke. I am taking the money line of UCLA. I think the ones in women's basketball hold up today and get to their Final Four.
And you can't even bet the money line in Notre Dame, UConn.
No, yeah.
It
make you take the spread. So then on the men's side, this one, man, I need your help, Kev. This one, I want to say Tennessee can lose by 7 or less. Tennessee been playing good this tournament, playing good ball. My wife, when I said that shit, looked at me like, I'm from Flint, Michigan. Ain't no goddamn way Michigan loses. And that's her only reasoning. So that wasn't good enough for me. Do you think Tennessee can lose by 7, or should I stick with this Michigan money line?
Happy wife, happy life.
Michigan money line.
Yeah.
And then finally, I think Duke. I love the Boozer boys. They've been playing good ball. The whole squad looked good last game. I'm picking Duke money line.
I'm going to pick everything that you just picked, but I'm going the other way with that. I'm rolling with UConn.
Okay.
Beavering out here. UConn.
And then my last bets for this one, go to NBA. We got a bunch of NBA, but I'm only taking 3 NBA games today.
Okay.
I'm taking the Clippers. Shots to my pick. Money line over Milwaukee. I am taking, then we're going to scroll down to, we're skipping that Boston one. I don't trust that one. We're going to take OKC money line over the Knicks.
Okay.
And Denver this time of year does not lose. Denver money line over Golden State. So all that for $2 wins you $26.73. So
Hey,
that's the bet I just placed. Kev's probably a little different with the UConn pick. So
yeah.
hopefully somebody hit.
What was the golf thing again? My bad.
Gary Woodland, the winner.
Okay. Little 8-leg Pete Leasy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little Sunday fun day. You know, I like to have a little fun on my off days. I'm gonna be sitting here watching sports all day, working on some stuff. It makes it so much more interesting to have a couple of dollars and be like, "Come on, UConn win by 28." So that's gonna be me today. So is that it for sports? Let's see.
Nah, nigga, you know
we
we
got some more.
talk about.
Oh, yeah. One more topic. My guy, Tiger Woods, man. He was just in my foursome conversation last pod when I said I wanted to have him in my foursome. Yeah. No, did he? Golf foursome. I hate to see this, man. Tiger Woods arrested and charged with a DUI, property damage, and refusing a urine test after rolling his Range Rover on Jupiter Island in Florida. When he did this, he was apparently driving down the street. He lives about, I think they said 3 minutes away from a golf course that he practices at. So he was probably practicing to get ready for the Masters. For whatever reason, he's always in a rush. He's always in a hurry. He's always running late. So there was a cleaning truck of some sort or something that was in a residential area on as far over to the shoulder as they could be. He wasn't happy with that. He tried to go around them, oncoming traffic, tried to swerve back over. He clipped the truck and flipped his shit. So he climbs out. Cops come. He blows a 0.00 on the breathalyzer test. So he wasn't drinking. But deputies believe that it was medication, and he definitely got his second DUI. He was arrested in Florida. In those situations, the minimum time you can spend in jail is 8 hours. They're going to make you detox that shit off as much as they can. So he spent from about 4 to close to midnight in jail, released, hasn't made a comment, hasn't made a statement. The Golf Channel hasn't made a comment. The PGA Tour hasn't made a comment. He's supposed to be the Ryder Cup captain this year. They haven't made a comment. He's in leadership roles on the PGA Tour. They haven't made a comment. My guy needs to put the sticks down for a second and get his health in order. I hate to say that shit. I am probably one of the biggest Tiger Woods fans ever. But this is DUI number 2. This is accident number 4 since 2009. This is something that he has been dealing with. And to me, this shows he ain't got no friends, bro. He's too rich. He ain't got no real friends. He got people that want to be around him, want to pull on his coattail, want to be associated with the brand, but they don't really care. Like, they're not really true friends, because he should not be going through this as wealthy as he is. The things that he is doing is always within like 20 minutes from his home. He's always like around the house. Like, nigga, get a friend that ain't doing shit and drive you. Like, pay that motherfucker $50K. You got 1,050Ks. Like, I don't understand where we at with this, but my guy's dealing with it. You gotta stop trying to compete and get your health in order, because your off the court legacy is getting drugged under the rug. So
that's a fact.
I need that video, bruh. I need that body cam video, bruh. We got Timberlake's last week. We need this for the streets.
We
We
do.
need this, bro.
We
I
do.
mean, the comedy is already out there. The memes is out there. The release video, him sitting sideways and shit, and
Looking
yeah,
like he had
man,
a
it's a bad
hangover.
look. Yeah, it's probably the pills to deal with that
Yeah.
back and knee and ankle
I
and
mean,
all that shit.
if you talk about it, he's had over 7 back surgeries. The accident in 2020 or 2021 where he rolled down the cliff, he had to have emergency surgery to save his leg, numerous leg surgeries. I mean, the man is just, his body can't keep up with his heart and mind. And we all go through this as athletes. I went through it just this week. I can knock out some more push-ups. Oh shit, my whole shoulder fell off. Like for what? Why did it fall off? I didn't do nothing that was out of the norm. But to him, that's his normal. That's what he's known his entire life. Like Tiger Woods been on this world stage since he was a baby. So I mean, it's sad to see him dealing with it like this, but it comes down to a bunch of surgeries. We all see it. Like they say one back surgery could be detrimental to your whole career in sports. He's had 7. Like, come on, man.
Woo.
Come on, man. Hang it up.
Man. Wishing him the best, man. Ain't not much else to it because I hope that, it's getting more frequent. I keep seeing Tiger Woods mug shots. Damn, another one. Like,
Exactly.
Hope-
Exactly.
yeah.
Got your son playing at Florida State this year. He don't need this attention. Like, just go ahead, bro. Hang it up. Let Charlie take over for you.
For sure. Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Dizzle, what's going down in the world of entertainment?
Yeah, man. Let's get into it. Got a handful of topics here. Let's talk about Druski, man. I know y'all seen the viral Druski skit creating conservative.
We need big up artists on the pod, bro. Get me together.
Full white face, white woman, white with blonde wig, blue eyes. What y'all think of the viral clip? 200 million views in 2 days, man. Doing numbers.
Numbers on the board. I'll say this. There's some people out here that are just like Teflon, man. I think one of those people is 50 Cent. 50 Cent says some outrageous stuff that not only, we as black folks just kind of brush under the rug, but everybody brushes under the rug. Like, oh, that's just 50 and 50. Definitely another one is Snoop. Snoop has done, white face and just said outlandish stuff that could be viewed as offensive to white people, to black people. But man, it's just Snoop being Snoop. Where's the weed? And Druski is now officially a part of that. Druski is tiptoeing the line. Offended, the churches a couple weeks ago with a skit. Now he's offending conservative people, and let's not act like he doesn't have a lot to lose. I mean, he has deals with T-Mobile. Like, them checks is probably very nice. So I applaud him for his courage to go out there and do these. I don't necessarily recommend it, but it's hella funny.
He pulled one of my favorite cards to use, man. So most of y'all know I'm mixed. My mother is white. My father is black. I don't know my dad's family. I wasn't raised with my father. So I was raised around white people. So I have this kind of like weird crossing of like what I was raised in and then where I grew up in a high school of all black people. So Druski done pulled out I got a white grandfather pick to help. Hey, that's all you need. He in there now because everything that he's doing is just repeating what was already done by the person that was doing it. So he's not out here doing anything other than making himself look like these people. And now they do have the right to say, if I was to do that in blackface, I would be canceled. That is very true. So I agree with that. Like we can't be mad when we do it. They do it to us, and then we do it to them, and they can't get mad. So I understand that, but trying to bring all this legal shit into comedy, into parody, into freedom of speech is where I'd be like, bruh, nobody can laugh at themselves no more. No, everything is all about how my image is on social media, how I this, that, and the third. Well, you did this to yourself is the reason why we are here. So I'm enjoying it. I think it's hilarious. pulled out the white grandfather picture. It's hilarious to me. Not only was it this one with the grandfather holding Druski on the billboard, but he went ahead and made sure y'all knew I grew up with this guy. I grew up with this guy. This is grandpa for sure. So that's something I would have did. I would have pulled out all my white family cousins and been like, "What we talking about? What we talking about?"
We are family.
Yeah.
Shout out to Druski, probably the funniest on the internet right now. Don't know how he's gonna top this one. He topped his Black Churches skit, which I thought was hilarious. But shout outs to him. We got a lot of rapper interviews to get into, man. Jay-Z sits down with Complex, talks about the now dismissed lawsuit, talks about the Kendrick and Drake beef, talks about the Super Bowl. Did y'all check out any of the Complex interview?
For sure. I watched it as I was still, trying to get tickets to the show. So it was on. I watched it. A lot of stuff, a lot of Jay-Z being Jay-Z. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like Jay-Z because Jay-Z is basically the establishment. And, there's a segment of the population that feel like, man, I don't care, man. He one of us still. It's like, he's not really still one of us because, like, he's married to Beyonce. They're billionaires. Like, he's not one of us. He doesn't act like us. He hasn't acted like us for quite a long time. Back when, he could drive around in a Lexus 9 times out of 10, you were catching a bus. So he's always been like upper echelon. But it's just a lot of Jay-Z rhetoric that he always spews, and it is what it is. I'm not here for a whole bunch of advice from Jay-Z. I'm here for the music. So
facts.
It's cool.
Yeah.
He says that the hip hop has outgrown the beef culture and the dissing of, rap battling. I already see you giving a thumbs down, man. Jay-Z's known for his infamous battle with Nas. Y'all think he's kind of getting over himself on that?
Yeah,
he's old, man.
Yeah,
go ahead, bro.
He's showing the old man ways. Every established, concept, whether it's business, whether it's music, they all got core values and core things that they live off of. And that battle rap and shit is a core staple of hip hop. Like, that's what brings. We're seeing it now in verses. Battle rapping, they done took that shit to make money. Two people decided, hey, let's put this shit in front of people. They want to see it. It's but basically a battle of what you got versus what I got, and that's a part of hip hop and part of music. So I don't like that one. I think we can't outgrow that. We need to have that as a part of what we do as music. So
yeah, competition is everything, man. Like, from competition, from sports competition on, in music. It does. I get what he's saying. It doesn't have to always turn quote unquote nasty, and the stand culture gets involved. Yeah, that shit gets old, and does get to a point where, like, hey man, if you listen to Kendrick, you can no longer listen to any Drake music. Like, that shit is stupid. Like, I like them both. They both make good music and stuff like that. But I think he's coming from an older person's perspective. Because obviously, with the takeover and Ether and then Super Ugly, like, if you, grew up in that era when Super Ugly came out, like, that's the one that people's like, wait a minute, you took it too far, Jay-Z. Like, we're not here for that. But like, in today's culture, like, if Super Ugly came out today, Jay-Z would have been perceived as the winner because he took it there, talking about baby seats and condoms and banging people's baby moms and all that type of stuff. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of, like, the whole thing about you pick one side and you can't never listen to the other side again. I'm not a fan of that. But, battling is a part of the thing, man. Competition breeds better music.
Yeah. But sticking to the rapper interviews, man, J. Cole has been making his rounds. I feel like he been talking a lot. I'm not used to seeing J. Cole on all these different platforms, maybe doing a little bit of over talking. He was on, did an interview with Apple Music, did an interview in his childhood home. He hit up Cameron's show, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Pretty much just, talking about the fall off. That's been a project he's been working on for 10 plus years. Talking about, as we mentioned, the beef, him dropping out of it. And then, as we know, Cameron sued him over some work that wasn't done or wasn't paid for. So he was able to sit down with Cameron, pretty much squashed whatever the beef that was. Did y'all check out any of the several J. Cole interviews?
Yeah,
Couldn't keep up with all of them.
I saw him with Mello. Saw him on there. Saw a little bit of the Cameron just clips, not the actual episode. He does this every decade. I'll say. He steps out. He steps out and hits the social waves, and then he'll go into his cave for 6-7 years and not really fuck with it. He really I truly believe he'd be out of tune on a lot of shit, because watching that Carmelo shit, just I don't remember the actual topic. I just remember him. They were talking about something. He was kind of like blown away that was happening on social media, or that was, like, he really steps away from that world when he's not pushing music or whatever. So that's just J. Cole to me. That's what I like about J. Cole, that he don't have to be the guy wearing the Louis. He can throw on a Miami dad jacket and still be rocking. You know what I'm saying? That's my kind of guy.
I saw the whole Apple Music joint. I did not see any of the Cameron outside of clips. I haven't seen anything from the Mello interview outside of clips. Actually, the one clip that I saw from the Mello was talking about them hooping together, which was pretty cool. My biggest thing that I like about this whole J. Cole thing is not necessarily it's a rollout for the video. I mean, for the album. It's post album. The album's been out for like a month now. People have had a chance to listen to it. We've had our think pieces on it and stuff like that. And now he's coming out and doing interviews. Cole, if you want to be on a certain podcast, hit my line, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll send you a link.
For sure.
Y'all don't think he over talk it, man? One of the interviews he's talking about, he don't truly believe that he's the best rapper, even though he says it in 90% of his music. Persona he puts on.
I saw that clip. I understand what he's saying. Like, he's saying certain days he feel like he's the best, but he can't act like there's not other great rappers out there. I think it's the biggest thing about J. Cole is I think he's almost too honest. And when he does start to talk, maybe this is why he doesn't do a lot of interviews. He kind of gets like diarrhea of the mouth, and then he just starts spilling his guts like he's in therapy or something, which is cool. Yeah. So like, I'm good with it. I'm definitely going to check out these other interviews because I'm a Cole guy. But then after these, he can go back doing what you do, ride your bike, you know what I'm saying, stencil, hang out with your kids, practice for the concert. I'm good with that.
Pull up the Forest Grove, see what the fam do.
Yeah, you already know, man.
Yeah. What else we got, man? Let's talk about verses, man. I feel like verses have been doing their thing this past couple of years, man. They've been staying consistent with the battles. We had Tank versus Tyrese just a couple of days ago. Did y'all check it out?
Yes, sir. Definitely checked it out. It was nice. So I would say I do like how like Ebro and them kind of like start to show off, kind of get you in the mindset. But like I be wanting that shit. Like when y'all go live, y'all need to be on the stage getting ready to perform. So I be having to wait for a little intro time. But when it got down to it, I thought that Tyrese was going to either A, run out of songs, or B, run out of his voice. Because every time I see him do like long sets, it always feels like he losing his ability to like sing how he wants to. But I was totally impressed by Tyrese as far as his singing. A lot of songs that I forgot about that he was a part of. But I think Tank put a whooping on that dude as far as just the style of verses and what we watch it for, his artistry, his like in between commentary, it's top notch entertainment. He had the whole band singing Turtleneck when Tyrese made a change to a turtleneck. He making fun like, you gonna get hot in that turtleneck. Like the whole band is playing along. So shit like that just be impromptu improv on the entertainment music side that I enjoy. So, but Tyrese sounded good. Tank sounded better.
I didn't watch it all the way through. That came out on opening day for baseball. So like by the time we got home, it kind of like just started. So it's like kind of on in the background as we just like getting situated being back at the crib. So I caught bits and pieces of it. Definitely saw the turtleneck joint. Watched it multiple times on the good old YouTube. That shit is hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Versus, keep on doing your thing. Like, I do need like versus to give us like, I won't say updates, but like I remember when it got announced, and then I forgot about it until you text Killer.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, it's not hitting my
I forgot about
timeline.
it.
It's not out there. So I need more promotion about these verses when they do make their returns.
Yeah.
I don't know if they announced, but any ones that y'all will be looking forward to? Y'all want to do another R&B joint? Y'all want to see another producer battle? They just did the Hit Boy Mike Will made it not too long ago. Like, what would y'all want to see? Y'all want to see them go into the pop rock or?
Me personally, surprisingly, I find enjoyment out of the old heads the most. Like, whoever is like far removed from it, and you think that their run is over, when they come back and put on like a one night only type of show, like I enjoy that. So like, I don't know who that would be. I'm just saying like the older OG artists will be the ones that I enjoy the most, because they're the ones that's gonna get maybe a little, phrase run throughout the country, get a couple shows through the summer. Like, that's what I want to see for people that I grew up listening to. So.
You know what the streets want. We want the King of the South versus Curtis Jackson, man. That's what the streets want, man.
For sure.
What the streets want. Get the streets what they want. 50, it's on you. We already know what y'all down. 50, we understand you got a lot going on. We respect you, 50, but that's what the streets want, man.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about 50 Cent, man. Like you said, you got a lot going on. Let's give a round of applause for him. He just opened up G Unit Studios in Louisiana. 956,000 square feet. It's going to be actually the second largest Black-owned production studio in the world. I'm sure that means more Power Universe coming soon. What y'all think, man? Shout outs to him. I'm assuming the first or the biggest Black-owned production studio is probably Tyler Perry, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to 50, man.
Yeah. I definitely think a shout out is warranted. I think this is dope for, as much as we clown 50 for the, the sogginess that some of these shows get into over the years, they still have been quality TV that will go down in history, in a time and space of TV history. And that's all you can ask for somebody that has that power to be able to put out projects for us, by us. That's all we ever wanted in this world. So
that's a fact.
As much as we, it's like having that badass cousin. Like, you love him to death, but that motherfucker bad. And we love 50 to death. He bad in the motherfucker, but he do put on for us. So I'll be appreciating the work.
When is 50 gonna produce a comedy?
Yeah, right. That's what he's staying in these action thrillers, Black folk sitcoms.
Yeah, I'm here for it. But like, if you have a space like this, you do have to dabble in other things. It can't just always be about the guns, drugs type shit.
Yeah.
Like, you got to expand. Like, we're going to get some romantic comedies popping. We're going to get, you know what I'm saying, some comedies. We're going to have to expand, man, because I'm just saying, man.
That's a fact. You're right. You're right.
Something we can put on Disney Plus, 50. Something we can put on Disney Plus.
Because that stars, I mean, you keep them flooded, but like, hey, man, you want to get some Disney checks, make some Disney shows, bro.
Hell yeah.
Crank them out, bro.
We got last one, man. Kanye drops new album, Bully. Never thought this was coming out. He's known to preview and tease albums that just never released, but this one dropped the other day. Did y'all get a chance to check it out?
Yeah, I ran through it. It's a quick EP. I haven't caught the vibes yet. But what I will say, he vocally sounds good. He sounds like Kanye again.
Yeah.
On some of like the later projects, he just didn't sound like himself. You could tell it was him, but it didn't sound like him. But sounds like Kanye. So I'm gonna let it run a couple more times to catch the vibes, and I'm trying to figure out where he's going at.
Well, that's on today's docket. I was going to listen to it yesterday, but was tied up and I didn't want to rush through it because I wasn't expecting this, so I wanted to really listen to it. So I'm gonna knock that out today.
For sure. Yeah, a couple joints I fuck with for sure. Father featuring Travis Scott is dope. He dropped a video to that. And then I think the other one is called Punch Drunk. Punch Drunk, actually produced by Northwest. That's classic Kanye. If you like the soul sample, the chop soul sample, like that's one of those ones. But yeah, definitely gotta give it a few more spins for real. It's only 45 minutes, so not a long listen. But yeah, happy that he put it out, man. Kanye is actually one of my favorite artists, so always good to hear some new Kanye music.
Oh yeah,
appreciate it, bro.
I got, man. Yeah,
appreciate it. Couple quick hitters before we slide up out of here. Thieves have stolen over 12 tons of Kit Kat bars in Europe. Nestle says the chocolate heist could cause shortage in supplies for Easter. So if you could steal a candy truck, what type of candy would you be stealing?
That's a good question.
That's Snickitos, the Snickers, bro. The mini joints.
Yeah, the pocket Snickers, they good until they melt in your pocket.
Yeah, it's Reese's cups for me, dog. Reese cups.
Yeah, that's my wife. My wife
say Reese's. Yeah,
I am probably Snickers 1, Kit Kat 2, Three Musketeers 3. Reese's are cool. I just don't. I had like the little bag of little minis as a child. I ran through those as like my go-to. I just burned myself out of Reese's.
I fuck with the Reese's because they got different variations. You got the Reese's Fast Break. That's my ultimate favorite. Then you got the Reese Pieces. You know what I'm saying? You got the Mega Reese's, the thick joints.
Shit like a fucking
Reese Puffs. Yeah.
Do y'all remember when Speedway had like the yard candy where it was like literally a yard of whatever candy bar? We did that run where that was like the gift for everybody one year. So like I pulled up with mom's favorite Hershey bar and this motherfucking 36 inches long.
Hell nah.
That licorice jump rope.
Hell yeah.
Ridiculous. All right, man. One more thing before we slide up out of here and enjoy our Sunday. It's a video game update, but this one's a little different. There was some friction popping in the chat this last week. Dizzle, you were involved in some of it. Coach Larry was involved with it with your guy JP. Give us your thoughts. Give us your views on the Larry situation with
before
Coach
you
JP.
Start, are you still the commish?
I am still commissioner.
Okay.
I am reigning commissioner.
Okay.
The reigning commissioner.
Yeah, man. I love a little smoke in the chat, man. I know something was going on. I opened up the chat. It said 99 missed messages. I'm like, oh, what's 99? Had to go back to the top. All right. There's always static to when the off season comes around. We got about 15 adults in the chat, all trying to get on the same page, man. So somebody's gonna be upset. Basically, one of the coaches wanted a day's notice. He wanted to know if we could do the off season another day instead of what was it? Probably like Thursday night or
Sunday night. It was a
Sunday night. Okay.
Yeah.
Did he ask that on the day?
Because basically we run through the playoffs. If we finish the championship game, depending on the time of day, we might just break out the offseason right then and there, which I'm cool with. But some people would like a day's notice. They want to plan for it. And keep in mind, this is a dude whose team is already 99 overall. He already got the number 1 recruiting class.
He's
already won 3 chips.
So he can beat y'all. That's what it sounds like. He need to kind of put in his fucking
contra code. Up, down, left, right. DH select start ass nigga.
So he can get his dubs.
So one of the other coaches basically called him out like, yo, you the last one that needs the heads up. You already loaded. Your team's in 99. You've won championships. You got the top recruiting class. What else do you want? So that was one thing. Very entertaining, by the way. And then I get some smoke for one. Let me just go ahead and shout out Coach USC. for listening to the podcast.
Kales.
Shout outs to him for listening to the pod. But yeah, he jumped in the chat and was like, "Yeah, I saw some shots you was throwing on the pod," and I'm like, "Did I throw shots? What did I say?" He was like, "Yeah, you was saying that the winner of your game versus Ohio State was going to win the chip, and then I ended up losing to USC, who ended up losing in the championship. So let's make sure that's clear."
On the
If
pod.
you tuned in to the pod, let's just make sure we got that clear. He ended up losing in the chip. But nah, man, it's all fun and games, bro. But make sure you put him on the schedule next year, because out of the 10 seasons, he want to jump in the chat because he beat me one time. That's all I got to say.
See, this is why I can't. This is why I can't. Because I would spend 8 hours with that nigga and be going back and forth all day about something that doesn't matter, like UFC and fucking Dizzle's team, North Texas. like, come on, man. Like, but I love that shit so much. That's why I can't. Because, like, I would be in that shit, standing up, like, barking in my earpiece. Like I can just see it. I can see it.
The shit is hilarious. The Coach Larry JP one got kind of sideways with the family talk. I will say Coach Larry is notorious for these 9:45 p.m. kicks, and needless to say, that's got to stop. But that shit was funny. And then you and Kels is hilarious because both y'all my guys, but y'all was more strictly about the sticks, and that's where I always want to keep it. Keep it about the game. Keep the trash talk going, because to be perfectly honest, it is March 29th. We got about 2 more seasons to go, so a little spice in the chat keeps things alive, keeps cats wanting to play the game, and that's the biggest thing about it, man. Get to the game. Get to the games. That's what, like, I think we've all gotten to the point now, most of us have at least, where the computer games are practice games for your user games.
For sure.
That's my whole thing about the off season. Like, nigga, I don't want to wait and do the off season over the course of 5 days, and then, like, all right, we do the off season on Monday. We not back playing games until Saturday. We get some good weather here in Ohio, and niggas like, man, fuck that, I ain't playing, and then the shit die. Like, the goal is to play as many games as humanly possible and get back to these user games, because that's where the fun is. That's where the competition is. That's where I'm at with it. So, Coach Larry gonna have to relax. You and Kels, week 0. I got it. It's already in my notes. Week 0. Fuck week 1. Week 0, nigga. Week 0. The smoke. We need it. We need it. Well, there it is. Another episode of You Can't Make This Up podcast. Kev Nash.
DJ Killer Kev.
A Dizzle, 3-time champion. 3-time champion.
We left one thing out the intro. Episode 480, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Numbers on the board. And we allegedly getting USC and Iowa sometime today, man. Hopefully it's before I leave the house, so I can watch that game on the big TV before the wife get back home. We up out of here.
Peace.